Wow signal. In 1977, a radio telescope pointed toward deep space suddenly captured something nobody could explain. The signal was so strange and so powerful that astronomer Jerry Emmons circled it on paper and wrote one word beside it. Wow. For 72 seconds the signal blasted through space with unusual intensity before vanishing forever. This is where it gets disturbing. Scientists searched for decades and never found the exact signal again. It did not match known planets, stars, or human technology. Some researchers believed it could have been a natural cosmic event, but here's the problem. The signal appeared incredibly organized. It came from a quiet region near the Sagittarius constellation and looked almost artificial. If an advanced civilization accidentally leaked a transmission into space for just 1 minute, this is almost exactly what it would look like. Imagine hearing a voice in the darkness of the universe only once and never again. That is why the WOW signal still feels less like science and more like a missed connection with something unknown. The black hole scream. Black holes are supposed to be silent because sound cannot travel through space normally. But in 2022, scientists released audio created from pressure waves around the Perseus galaxy cluster, and the results sounded horrifying. The converted frequencies revealed an extremely deep cosmic groan that many people compared to a monster roaring in the void. The real danger is what created it. At the center of the cluster sits a supermassive black hole billions of times heavier than the Sun. It constantly blasts out energy powerful enough to shake entire galaxies. The sound itself was far below human hearing, nearly 57 octaves beneath middle C. That means if your ears could somehow survive space and hear the true vibration, it would feel more like your body was being crushed from the inside. But here's where it gets worse. Those waves have likely been echoing through the cluster for hundreds of millions of years. Long before humans existed, something in deep space was already screaming. The Boomerang Nebula. This strange cloud floating 5,000 light-years away looks beautiful at first glance, but it hides one of the deadliest environments ever discovered. The Boomerang Nebula is colder than deep space itself. That should not even be possible. Space normally sits around -455 degrees Fahrenheit, yet this nebula somehow drops below that temperature. Scientists believe a dying star violently blasted gas outward at over 360,000 miles per hour, creating an expanding cloud that became unbelievably cold. If a human entered this region, every molecule inside their body would instantly freeze solid. But here's the disturbing part. The star responsible for this nightmare is literally tearing itself apart. We are watching a cosmic death happening in slow motion. The giant freezing cloud stretches across trillions of miles while the center slowly collapses into a burned-out shell. Deep space is already hostile, but the Boomerang Nebula proves the universe can create temperatures so extreme they almost break physics itself. Magnetars. Most stars die quietly, but magnetars die like cosmic weapons. These objects are collapsed neutron stars with magnetic fields so powerful they could erase the data on every credit card on Earth from halfway to the moon. One magnetar eruption detected in 2004 released more energy in a fraction of a second than the Sun produces in 150,000 years. This is where it gets terrifying. If a magnetar appeared too close to Earth, its magnetic field could literally rip apart atoms inside living cells. Satellites would fail instantly. Power grids would collapse. Human brains themselves could be affected by the radiation storm. Scientists believe there may only be around 30 confirmed magnetars in the entire galaxy, yet each one behaves like a ticking bomb hidden in deep space. The most disturbing part is that many remain invisible until they suddenly erupt. Imagine a dead star sitting silently in darkness for thousands of years before exploding with enough force to sterilize entire planets. The dark flow. Scientists expected galaxy clusters to move randomly as the universe expanded. Instead, they discovered something deeply unsettling. Massive galaxy clusters appear to be drifting together toward a single unknown direction at incredible speed. This movement became known as the dark flow. But here's the problem. The force pulling them does not seem to exist anywhere we can see. Some researchers suggested giant hidden structures beyond the observable universe may be dragging galaxies through space like leaves in a river. Others proposed something even stranger. Parts of another universe could be interacting with ours through gravity. The disturbing reality is that entire galaxies containing trillions of stars are being pulled towards something completely invisible. Humans often imagine the universe as stable and understood, but the dark flow suggests there may be enormous structures outside our cosmic horizon influencing everything silently. We may only see a tiny fragment of reality while something unimaginably large lurks beyond it. The Great Attractor somewhere deep beyond the Milky Way sits a gravitational anomaly so powerful it is dragging entire galaxies toward it at over 1 million miles per hour. Even our own galaxy is falling toward this hidden region right now. Scientists call it the Great Attractor. The terrifying part is that nobody fully knows what is there. Thick clouds of stars and dust block our view completely, making direct observation almost impossible. But this is where it gets worse. Whatever exists in that location contains the mass of tens of thousands of galaxies combined. Some believe it may be an enormous concentration of dark matter. Others think multiple superclusters are merging into a gigantic structure beyond imagination. Entire galaxies cannot escape its pull. If humans could somehow watch from outside the universe, they would see giant cosmic rivers of galaxies slowly flowing toward a hidden destination in darkness. The universe itself appears to be moving toward something we still cannot clearly identify. Rogue planets. Most planets orbit stars, but rogue planets wander through deep space completely alone. These frozen worlds drift endlessly in darkness after being violently thrown out of their solar systems. Scientists estimate there may be billions of them in the Milky Way alone. Imagine standing on a planet where there is no sunrise, no sunset, and no nearby star in the sky. Only endless blackness. But here's the disturbing possibility. Some rogue planets may still contain underground oceans heated by radioactive cores beneath thick ice shells. That means life could theoretically survive hidden inside wandering worlds moving through eternal darkness. The real danger is that rogue planets are almost invisible. A giant object larger than Jupiter could drift relatively close to our solar system without humans noticing immediately. Ancient civilizations once feared monsters hiding in darkness beyond firelight. Deep space may actually contain billions of frozen worlds silently drifting through the void unseen. The cosmic web. On the largest scale imaginable, the universe does not look random at all. Galaxies are connected through gigantic strands stretching across billions of light years in patterns called the cosmic web. When scientists mapped these structures, many were disturbed by how similar they look to neurons inside a human brain. Dense galaxy clusters resemble glowing nodes while long filaments connect them like synapses. Of course, the universe is not literally alive, but the comparison is still unsettling. The real danger is what these structures reveal about our scale. Humans already feel small compared to planets and stars, but the cosmic web makes entire galaxies look microscopic. Every war in history, every human who ever lived, and every civilization on Earth exists inside a tiny corner of one strand in a structure too massive for the human mind to truly process. Deep space stops feeling empty once you realize the universe itself may resemble a gigantic interconnected system stretching endlessly beyond comprehension.